Yo, yo, yo. We're going to get started here in a second. I want the people to be able to get online. So if you here with the stream, make sure you share it for me, please. We're going to get into this discussion today, y'all. I'll be back in a few. We're going to get started. Yo, 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 what's up? What's good with you guys? So today, you already know you can look down at the bottom of my screen, you feel me? We got the review slash argument if you want to argue. If before I start this video, I want to give a disclaimer. I don't live by a lot of things that are opinionated. There's too much information out here for that. So with that being said, what we're going to get into is some straight facts. And I saw my guy Thomas earlier. He already basically, I knew by how he wrote his response to my post that he really understood what was going on. So the way I look at it is like you got WandaVision, you got Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then you got Loki. Now, I'm not gonna get too cloudy with the Phase 4 gig and it's Phase 4 and blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna go show by show. So first, what I want to talk about is WandaVision. So we're gonna talk about WandaVision first, okay? So I think that WandaVision was a great start for Phase 4. Even though Black Widow was supposed to come out first, I think that going straight to Wanda was perfect because through Infinity War and Endgame, there was a couple of stories that most fans paid attention to, which was Tony and Tom Holland, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and then of course the Vision and Wanda story. So this show basically picks up, right after Endgame. After we watched the whole series, we realized that this is a week after Endgame. So I think that's crazy that it was a week after Endgame. I love the creativity with the different style TV shows that they basically redid or dramatized to make it like, and later on through the series, you find out it's like that. She projected it that way. Wanda, spoiler, alert if you haven't seen WandaVision, but she basically projects that through what she went through as a kid growing up watching those sitcoms and things like that. So I grew up watching Nick at Night, so for me personally, that hit with me. A lot of people said it was slow though. A lot of fans said it was slow. So I can understand why that's slow to you. A lot of people can't get into the black and white, the I Love Lucy, the Brady Bunch. A lot of people can't get really into that. Now, with that being said, WandaVision from probably episode 4 on is almost flawless. And I think out of all 3, even though Loki had the multiverse, I think that WandaVision's finale had the better finale. And there's no really a good way to, you can't equally grade these. I think WandaVision has the best all around. So I put WandaVision as the number 1 out of all of the Marvel series so far that they've done. I think WandaVision, when we see Monica Rambeau reverse blip come back, a lot of fans wanted to see what that was like. And they did it within maybe a minute and 45 seconds. They quickly showed us how chaotic it was when the blip happened and everybody was returning. I thought that was dope. You kind of got some clues in there, I think, about maybe the Fantastic Four, some other things, but I won't get into that. Monica Rambeau coming and growing up from the Captain Marvel movie, dope. Tiana Ferris, she is beautiful, and I think that she did a great job playing the character, and I think she's going to do a great job on forward playing the character. I think that WandaVision, as far as character placement, Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man, Darcy from Thor, it was just such a breath of fresh air to see. And just on top of that, like I was saying, if you watch me and follow me on Facebook, I told my guy Dizzy, Civil War set the bar for a lot of the stuff that we're gonna see. A lot of people hated Space Jam because of all the different characters. I'm like, bro, every movie now that you get, you're not gonna just get like a solo movie. The only person that got a solo movie was Joker, and that's because we're talking about the greatest villain of all time on film. All right, so you're talking about a complete backstory for the first time of who Joker was, and Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. I was shitting on the movie before I saw it, and then when I watched it, I was just like blown away. I thought it was great, but that's besides the fact. Now back, WandaVision also had the big quote unquote bumper with Ralph Boner, who we all thought was Quicksilver, who is the actor who played Quicksilver in the Fox universe. We all thought that, oh my God, Quicksilver in the multiverse. There was another multiverse pump fake. But Ralph Boner being the thing, I thought that was a good gig. Thought it was funny. I would have loved to see Quicksilver in it, but you know, Marvel wasn't gonna go that crazy, not that fast. That would have been 0 to 100 real quick. Also, White Vision. I think that is the biggest thing, and I think that's getting swept under the rug right now because we've had Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we've had Loki. As far as Loki's villains, there was no villain. We saw the villain at the end. As far as the show, that was just more so of a build-up to the multiverse. And I haven't said this, but you could have done that a different way. Not necessarily saying that Loki wasn't the way to do it, but what I'm saying is you could have Loki taking the Tesseract and then ended up Kang or Immortus or the variant of Kang that was running the TVA or keeping the timeline in one solid sacred timeline. You could do that a different way, like in a movie or, you know, Ant-Man Quantumania. You could have done it there. I thought from the trailer we were going to get King Loki. I thought there was going to be a variant of Loki who was running the timeline, and it was Kang, which I'm not necessarily disappointed because his performance was bravo. I think that guy's going to win something for that one performance he did in that episode, that for season finale of Loki. But WandaVision all around, it has the emotion, it has the action, it has the suspense, and it has the creativity. And it hits probably about 4 out of 5 stars, not 5 out of 5. I think maybe character-wise, it hits about a 5 out of 5. Effects-wise, it's about a 5 out of 5. You didn't really get to see much effects from Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki. You saw dope things, but as far as effects, you know what I mean? You know, WandaVision, you know, Scarlet Witch or Wanda turning into the Scarlet Witch was like her Super Saiyan moment. You know, her like casting her own spell in her own hex and surprising Agnes, and then her transforming into what she is now formally known as the Scarlet Witch. On top of that, the costume looked beautiful. That was, I think, and then even story writing along with how they visually gave it to us, I think was great. Like I said, from episode 4 on, I can give you, you know, before that, because it was kind of wishy-washy with them going through the sitcoms. People can have issues with that. So everybody didn't grow up on sitcoms. A lot of people don't like that shit. So, you know, you got to look at it from that perspective. And I think that WandaVision, as far as, you know, the last episode, Agnes, the kids, Monica Rambeau, White Vision versus regular Vision, them doing the thesis statement, you know what I'm saying, in the library, like, which sets up for Vision, quote unquote, now we know, after WandaVision for Armor Wars. So I think as a whole, the White Vision, the Monica Rambeau transformation, also, they teased her a little bit. I really, at the time, really wanted to see her, like, get her outfit and do her thing, but they're going to save that, I guess, now, as we know, for the Marvels. So that's my gig on WandaVision. I think that entirety was just like a roller coaster. It was legit a roller coaster. So after that, we got into Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, I think Falcon and Winter Soldier, out of all three, is the darkest because of the John Walker scene. Okay, him smashing that shield on that dude like that is, and the blood on the shield is possibly one of, if not the darkest moment in the MCU we've got. And if it gets, I don't know if it'll get darker than that, you guys. I'm just gonna tell you, maybe Deadpool, if they allow him to have a rated R movie. I think that Disney is the one that's pulling it to be more PG-13, because they want a lot of people to go see this movie, and that kind of shuns it to a number for sure, just having it rated R. It's not a family movie. A lot of the people, you know, what are they, PG and G movies? If they are G movies, I think PG-13. So, you know, some kids go see these movies too. So, but Falcon and Winter Soldier, action-wise, I think it is great. I don't necessarily know about as an entirety like WandaVision. Of course, me being black, I was all for a black Captain America. I loved how they put out the disclaimer before the episode where Sam Wilson and Bucky were racially profiled outside after leaving and talking to the first super soldier, the first African American super soldier. So I thought having that all in there was perfect timing, especially what was going on at the time in social media in America. I think the way they played it was perfect. It wasn't too cheesy. It wasn't too like Marvel hit it right on the nail. And I don't think I was surprised at that. I think that more so I was like shocked that they took the risk. And because I mean, bro, you can easily do this wrong, and you know, especially with the race stuff, they don't play that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope. The costume was straight out the comic book when he flew in through the shield and caught it and came back, and bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, I hit the ooh face. I was in here giggling and hitting the ooh face for sure. Like that shit was fire. Bucky, I wanted to see more action from him. You didn't really see a lot. You got to see him be the Winter Soldier, and it had an emotional tie with more of like PTSD, living through stress and things, because Bucky's like 100-something years old. And it was definitely a big deal for Sam Wilson to get the shield. I think one of the most iconic moments in that series is the conversation that him and Don Cheadle had. I think that was dope. If you go back and watch it, it's deep. And that's another thing. It was culturistically deep. We had the Dora Milaje in there, which was fire. And I think it was great writing to have Bucky kind of be attracted to Sam's sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's heat. That's great story writing. And if that plays itself out, that's just perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's great story writing. So Sam being Captain America now, being black Captain America, not black Captain America, but being Captain America and himself, him being an African American descent is dope. I like Sam Wilson as an actor. I like his play. I like his sarcasm. I think he's funny. So I agree with it 100%. I was kind of shocked a little bit in Endgame when I saw it for sure, when old Captain America gave him the shield. And I really didn't understand it. I don't think a lot of people still understand it. No one's really got a clear message on what the hell happened with him. But Captain America, and I was hoping maybe to get a sighting of Captain America in that Falcon and Winter Soldier series. We didn't. I think the Flag Smashers played a good villain. Or really, I don't call them a villain. I call them anti-heroes. They because they got blipped, but then when they came back, they basically had people living where they were already living before they got blipped. So they couldn't get their place back. So that was a dope story writing to kind of see post blip, or the reverse blip in WandaVision showed. And then it shows kind of the aftermath of that, of like what happened when all these people came back, what really came of that. So I thought that was fire, the way they did that. So kudos to that. I think that WandaVision in its entirety is number one. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier needs to be a movie. Like, it's a movie that's broken down into episodes. Like, that legit can be a movie. You know what I'm saying? And again, great character selection, great action. And I think, of course, it had better action than WandaVision, because it had more action than WandaVision. So now we're going to move to Loki. Now, the first kind of 2 episodes of Loki, I was kind of confused. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what's going on? And the more I kind of understood who these characters were from the comic books, then I kind of got a hold of my mind and kind of could see a direction that they were going to go into. I think Loki is probably, story-wise, the best written out of all 3. Because the whole like love story thing that they had, if you watch my reviews on my channel, you knew that I called that shit out way before it happened. I was guessing, like, they had that vibe, like it was weird, like. And then on top of that, I kind of had that vibe out the beginning when it wasn't 2 Lokis on screen. You know what I'm saying? It was Loki and then another version of Loki, which in that timeline was a female. So I think that now that I'm kind of like looking back through the entire thing, the best thing that happened was the season finale. Uh, Jonathon Majors, if I'm not mistaken, is his name. I don't want to get it wrong. So if I'm wrong, you guys do not kill me for being wrong or, mispronouncing his name. But the guy who played Immortus, his performance was bravo. And then after the show aired, they came out and said that was like a, what do they call it? Off the top of the head, they kind of rolled with it and played with it. I think he did a great job. Like, if Kang is anywhere near as good in other variant versions as we're gonna see through on this phase, and what we're supposed to see, Ant-Man, what's that called? Ant-Man Quantumanium. We're supposed to see another variant of Kang in that, and I think we might see a variant of Kang maybe in Armor Wars. Maybe we might see an Iron Kang, or that's just me being but. I think that the best thing that happened, was the last episode, maybe the last 2 episodes of Loki. I wouldn't go back and watch the first 4. The last 2 episodes are probably the best. I think they're about 50 minutes apiece. So you could put that into a movie. That's why I said that Loki, I feel like, and Kang and how the multiverse is born. Looking back now, after maybe a week of watching it, I think that you could possibly put Loki and the whole Tesseract situation in Ant-Man, or you can spread it out into post-credit scenes. That's just the way I view it. The first 4 episodes are kind of like, man, I can still go back and watch WandaVision. And I can watch the entire Falcon and Winter Soldier, because to me, it's like a movie. But Loki's the last 2 episodes, I don't want to overhype it. A lot of people were saying that Loki started slow, and it did. It picked up right around the 4th episode. And then like 5th and 6th, which you had, the 5th episode is when you had all the different variant Lokis in the World of Void before Alligator. So then when Sylvie pruned herself, got there, and her and Loki, they enchanted Alligator, which allowed them to see, I guess that was Immortus' castle, or, I don't know. But like I said, to me, the whole Loki series thing is kind of like, what I'm saying? Like, last 10 minutes of that series is probably the best part. Like, the Timekeepers episode, which was the 4th episode, I can't lie, I was a little like, what the fuck with the Timekeepers being fake robots, androids. I thought that was like, you could have done without that. We could have never seen the Timekeepers and just left them as statues. If they were real, that would have made the last scene, or the last scene of Loki a lot more scarier. The last scene of Loki was scary to me. When he pulled up into TVA and Mobius and B-15 didn't know who he was, and he looked up at the sign, or not the sign, excuse me, the statue, and it wasn't the Timekeepers, it was Kang or Immortus at the time. Like, and we're still confused about that. That's the thing. Like, there's a huge kind of like question mark. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I should do it this way. Yeah. There's a huge question mark. We don't know if Loki is in a different TVA because of the multiverse, or did his original timeline change that fast because Sylvie killed Immortus? Those are the questions that we have. We have 2 questions. We don't know the answer to either. Okay, so I think that's my take on it, guys. WandaVision, definitely all around, is the better one. Falcon and Winter Soldier should be a movie. Loki, the last 2 episodes, and definitely the last maybe 10 minutes are dope, but could have been spread out a little bit, or could have been post-credit scenes. I'm glad that we got an in-depth look, though. You know, I can't complain a little bit. When I saw Spider-Man Far From Home, they were teasing the multiverse in that because of, what's that dude's name? Damn. I can't remember that dude's name from Spider-Man, the damn villain. Right off the top of my head. But Multiverse. It was bullshit. Then we got there was another multiverse, WandaVision. And I think that WandaVision would have been a lot doper if there wasn't so many spoilers out there. Or fake spoilers, because a lot of the spoilers were bullshit when it came to WandaVision. I read a lot of them, I can't lie. But I still I never saw White Vision coming. Still a little shocked by that. And now he's like, I guess, Vision, because he was able to break free of whatever Hayward's dumbass had done to him. So that's my take on it, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you all thought of either one of these shows. What are you ranking them? I got WandaVision number 1. I got probably Loki number 2 because of the multiverse, and then I'll take Action third, because Marvel is not all about action, and I think a lot of Marvel's cosmic and magic-based movies are doper, and that's just my opinion, though. That's not a fact, because I think factually, Captain America has the best movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you can throw Black Widow in there as a lower level Captain America movie. But I think Captain America and I'll put Captain America and Black Panther. And then Thor. And really because of Ragnarok. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments what you guys would rank these movies. If you guys got anything else that you want me to review. Videos, trailers, games, anything. Let me know down in the comments, or go to my bio and send me an email. I love you guys. If this is your first time here, this is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube content channel. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date to everything that I got coming. I love y'all. I'm out.